Joel Embiid has never had the spotlight on himself like he does right now, and this is a good thing. It will make him better this upcoming season. However, there is still one underlying question that will determine everything. Perfect. What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. You know the drill, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibe. Ring the bell. Don't miss any of the coverage. Happy September, everybody. It is officially in the books. We are upon the month where training camp will begin, and we'll finally get some answers. It's been a long time coming. At the end of the day, though, we know no matter what, the Sixers will be led by their anchor, by their guy in charge, Joel Embiid, the reigning MVP. And he's going to have to come back and lead this team. Obviously, a new coach, a new system. Joel's got to do his thing, man, right? Because you look at what has transpired the last 4 months. You look at Joel Embiid out there after winning the MVP award, finally watching one of his rivals in Nikola Jokic go out and kick everybody's ass in the playoffs and play like the undoubtedly best player in the world. And all this criticism, all this spotlight is on Joel Embiid for the first time in a way that we have never seen. Let's be honest. The stock right now on Joel Embiid is very low, but this guy has persevered throughout his career. And honestly, if you're an NBA fan out there, right now is the time to actually buy while it's low in Joel Embiid, right? Let's take Jokic, for example. How about Giannis, right? A lot of NBA superstars go through these types of challenges, right? Both of those guys actually were, criticized publicly. They were openly just berated for a lack of doing this or a lack of doing that. They had an open flaw, but what did they do? They took all that criticism within and they used it to get better. They used it to become not only better players, but better leaders. And then eventually both of those players won MVPs and led their team to winning an NBA Finals. Now, is that what the Sixers are going to do with Joel Embiid? I don't know. Is their team good enough right now? Probably not. They're still waiting to see what happens with the James Harden situation. And let's be honest, right? James Harden and Ben Simmons and all these other guys. Joel Embiid has never been presented a perfect situation. He's never gotten an improved roster like a Jokic, like a Giannis, like some of these other guys, but he's going to have to take charge and lead. And we know, right? Sometimes his leadership characteristics have not been there, but anytime you look at this guy on the floor from 1 year to the next, he has gotten better, right? They said Joel Embiid needed to add handles. He did it. They said Joel Embiid, couldn't help revolutionize the position. He did. They said Joel Embiid couldn't shoot from deep. He ended up developing a pretty good three-point shot for a big man. Every year, Joel Embiid adds something to his game. And right now, even though he has been through a bunch of chaotic teammates, even though he's been through a bunch of bad decision-making with this organization, he continues to improve year by year. And you take a walkthrough of this offseason, right? Joel Embiid comes out. He says explicitly that he wants to win a championship, whether it's in Philly or somewhere else.
I just want to win a championship, whatever it takes. I don't know where that's going to be, whether it's in Philly or, anywhere else.
We heard Joel Embiid comment on James Harden's trade situation after the two of them were seen with other teammates at Michael Rubin's party in the Hamptons.
Disappointed, but then again, I also understand, it's business. People make decisions.
And then you come out and you see Joel Embiid working out with Jason Tatum and Drew Hanlon, and it looks like the guys lost 30 pounds. You factor in that the Sixers now have Nick Nurse as a coach who's going to have these boys moving all over the floor. Joel Embiid is motivated, and he's trying to take the next step in his game because let's be honest, right? Joel is Trowell. Joel goes on Twitter. He monitors social media. He listens sometimes to what people are saying about him. And after the Sixers came out as a total squad in Game 7 and looked completely effortless and like they didn't care, like they didn't want it, the fans are pissed off, man. I mean, it's been 5-6 years of just getting to the same point and not getting over the hump. And honestly, this is the opportunity for Joel Embiid. This is the opportunity for the Sixers. Again, we don't know what's going to happen with James Harden, but if this team has any chance of contention, Joel's going to have to be better, going down in the crunch time moments in the big games. But there's one thing people constantly forget. Joel Embiid has never stayed healthy in the playoffs. That is the underlying question here. And of course, right, he's going to have to attribute that to getting in better shape. And he's done that the last couple of years. He's hired a nutritionist. He's done better things to improve his diet. But at the end of the day, the basketball gods have to be on his side as well. Can Joel Embiid stay fully healthy for one playoff run? Just one, right? Because his numbers have dipped in the playoffs. He hasn't been as efficient. Obviously, the Sixers have just not had that toughness and that DNA within them. But their main anchor has always sustained an injury, whether it's big, little, nagging, whatever it is. Joel Embiid can never stay healthy in the playoffs. And sometimes that's just how the narrative writes itself. Sometimes that's just how history plays out. You know, it is what it is. But Joel doesn't have many opportunities left right now with this team. He's 30 years old. He's getting older. And right now, we don't know what the direction of the Philadelphia 76ers is. But if there's one season, if there's one time to do it, especially with everybody now going to be counting you out, it's right now with the Philadelphia 76ers. I expect Joel Embiid to come out and execute greatness. I expect him to put on a level of display that we haven't seen. Every year, this guy, again, has added some crazy layer to his game. Why can't he do that again? I believe he will. And I believe he'll be in better shape. He'll be slimmed down. He's going to improve certain little things in his game. But at the end of the day, and this goes for any other co-star, even if James Harden was to come back, can they stay healthy and can they show up in the big moments? That is what will define the Sixers, because now Joel has the MVP. So now there is one goal, and that is to get to the finals. It's always been a goal, but there's nothing else. There's nothing else left. Joel has been through so many ups and downs with this organization. He has been through the good, the bad, everything in between. And it sucks that they have not given him what he has needed to, compete. But he also has to do his part, man. And look, I expect Joel to go on a Jokic or Giannis type run this year. Am I saying he's going to win MVP again? No. But I think he's going to exude that level of greatness that those guys had to go get when they were openly criticized. Again, Joel has never had this level of spotlight just shining bright on him all offseason. Everybody's looking at Joel Embiid. What are you going to do now? Are you going to get back up and finally help this team get to where they want to go or not? Or are you going to be remembered as the second round exit? That is what everybody is thinking right now. That's what everybody's looking at. Maybe that comes with load management. Maybe that comes with doing something different strategically on the court. Maybe not as much volume of touches, whatever it is. Joel needs help and he needs to be a leader. And at the end of the day, I think we are gearing up for one of those runs this season. Maybe it doesn't work out and maybe he goes elsewhere, but damn it, he's going to go down trying. If I know Joel Embiid, he wants it for this city. He wants it bad. Hopefully it all pays off in the end, because let me tell you something, it is going to be a damn shame, not only for the Sixers fan base, but for the NBA. If we do not get to see this guy on the biggest stage, if we do not get to see this guy go on a Jokic-esque run, the accountability is pointing at everybody right now. There's no reason that you should have lost some of these playoff series over the last couple years. If you want to win Philadelphia over, you come out no matter what happens with all this drama business with James Harden, whatever it is, you go out there and you put on a freaking spectacle every single night. You play your hardest like you always do, and you go out there and kick some ass this year. That's where I'm at. Give me your thoughts down below. Do you think Joel Embiid can go on one of those type of runs this season? Do you think the Sixers have any shot to get further than they have in the past? Give me all your thoughts down below in the comments section. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.